Yes, I. Blessed. Hail up all gods and goddesses. Ashe to all the ancestors. And all the ones who watch this with we. You don't know. A black liberation we are seek. Justice for black people everywhere. You understand? Yes. Look here. I made a reason myself the other day. Well, every day I reason myself. And we come to the conclusion that Britain, Portugal, France, Spain, Belgium, all these European countries, yes, including Sweden, Denmark, all of them, Germany, all these countries in Europe that committed atrocities against Africa and other parts of the world. See? Australia, South and Central America. They need to forfeit their ill-gotten gains. Yes, ill-gotten gains from their criminal enterprise. You understand? Because remember now them come and admit that what they did was wrong, i.e. slavery, human trafficking, displacing people, going into countries taking people off of their land, rape and pillaging. That is what they did. How did these countries get rich? They don't have no natural resources. For example, yeah, a lot of them had coal and them kind of things. They don't have no diamonds, no gold, no oil, no fossil fuel. Them not these things. Okay, some of them have a little bit of thing. Them not discovered the other day. A little drop of oil and thing. But not nothing substantial. You know, for example, like all these African countries have oil and rich in natural resources. Cobalt. You understand? Coltan. Rubber. Oil. Anything you can talk about, them have it in Africa. See? But these European countries, the American them too. Although the American them go argue that them have some natural resources, but it wasn't their land. Them went there and met the Native Americans there. Do them all kind of wickedness, try to murder them with smallpox, give them blanket with smallpox. Do all type of things. Kill them off. And them still survive. They buy Manhattan from them for $25. Yeah, $25 in for Manhattan. See? All of them. And them use white supremacy to run things up to this day. So I say now that these people, because remember in England are the same crown with the woman them call Elizabeth Sitpan today. Is that same crown that committed these atrocities against mainly black people. Them even went to India and do all these things. All over the world them go and do all these things. You understand? And they got rich. And now them get rich. They might tell a little man that if you're a criminal, right, and you commit crimes and you benefit from your crimes, they can come and take away your ill-gotten gains. Yes, they have something in England them call the Proceeds of Crime Act 2002. You understand? And they use that to take away money and property and anything that they deem somebody acquired from a criminal lifestyle. You understand? Well, me I will tell you a little bit about it and why me I link it to me. I say, look here, in England, no, even people right now who can't explain their wealth. You get some people that come to England and buy a whole expensive property. Them not white people. Even some of them are white. Are them not white enough? Them want to know where you get this money from. And they must seize your property if you can't tell them where it come from. You understand? Look here. Look here. The Proceeds of Crime Act 2002 is an act that was established. Yeah? An act to establish the Asset Recovery Agency and make provision about the appointment of its director and its functions. That's what it's all about, you know. That's what them say. According to the legislation of the UK. Right? So the man them proceeds of crime is a term given to money or assets gained by criminals during the course of their criminal activity. Yes, the authorities, including the Crown Prosecution Service, have powers to seek to confiscate these assets so that crime doesn't pay. So now them come and tell you crime don't pay. But when them not do it, them do it for over 400 years. Crime not pay. And guess what? Because them not see us as equal to them. So why is not crime? Because look here now, some years ago, some Rasta man come to England. And I try to tell the Queen they want reparations. But me I say, forget reparations, we will seize them have. But how are we going to enforce this? Because we not run the ICC, the International Criminal Court. We don't have no, black people collectively, we don't have no big army to fight against them, man, yeah? Because we still colonized. And all the black leaders, them, I told for them line, I follow them religion and everything. And they want to keep us, the regular black people, in a servitude to them. You understand? Yeah. From Africa to Latin America, South America to the Caribbean. Them like, the people them in charge of business, the plight of the people. You understand? So these people, after they don't commit their atrocities, you understand? Them come now with them Proceeds of Crime Act. And I tell you, them I come tell you now that them could take away your things. Even them deem that you get it from criminal means. While them don't commit their criminal enterprise years ago, collectively, all of them, because them never had nothing, you know. Because them never had nothing, remember that one, because them go watch, them watch you know and wonder. If them see you drive a nice car, live in a nice house, how you live like that? They might investigate you. If you carry too much money in the bank, people in the bank who suspect you supposed to come and tell them, or they could be charged too. Yes, not a joke thing, you know. Yeah. What are the proceeds of crime? If the defendant is determined to have had a criminal lifestyle and benefited from it, or if he benefited. This is how them say it, you know. If you benefit from a criminal lifestyle. So look here. What them do all them years ago, right? Enslaving people, ripping them from them home, throwing them on ships, trafficking them, human trafficking. Them do these things. Forced labor. You understand? When them have laws to look at, them need to apply these things retrospectively. Yes. Because this Proceeds of Crime Act are the same when them apply it. Because look here now. Let me show you a thing now. See? Before the Proceeds of Crime Act, which came into being, all is a 2000 act, it came effective 24th of March 2003. The law that them used to use to confiscate people's means was the Drug Trafficking Act 1994 and the Criminal Justice Act 1998. And they still apply. Yeah. Where proceed with anything, any crimes or anything them deem you commit before 24th of March 2003. Them use these two laws, these two acts, Drug Trafficking Act 1994 and the Criminal Justice Act 1998, and apply the Proceeds of Crime Act 2002. Yeah. So now man consider now, well, brethren, this man did commit, this man a drug trafficker, you know. You see me I say? And them use that now. Yes. Drug Trafficking Act is up to date with all changes known to be enforced on or before 4th August 2020. There are changes that may be brought into force at a future date. So all these things still apply. And them come with the Proceeds of Crime Act now. Come take anything them deem. So look here, these people, they were criminals back in the day now. Robbing, raping, pillaging. Yo, you ever hear about a man named Tupac Amaru? from Peru. This brethren was resisting these so-called conquistadors, the Spanish and them. You know what they do to this brethren? They get 4 horses, tie a horse to each limb, and then drive the horses them in opposite directions, splitting him all the limbs and the body apart. This is how brutal these people was, you know. You understand? Yeah. This is how brutal them was. And inhumane. And they get rich. Filthy rich, wealthy. Till them run the wall. And them not give back nothing. Check this. These people, these Europeans, well, really and truly, you know, I just certain people in the society that benefit, like the Queen and Fishy successors, them, you know. Right? And to an extent, the regular people in these countries that benefit too, yes. Because they build up your economies and they get jobs and they have good hospitals and good schools and universities to send the children to. Meanwhile, us displaced Africans who find ourselves in the Caribbean, we don't have these luxuries. If most of us want to come to your countries to study, we have to have money. And we can't afford it so. You have to pay your own way. While our ancestors were enslaved, raped, beaten, robbed, displaced. Yo, imagine them do to you know, them come. Imagine a man having family, you know. A man them take you from your family, you know. Take daddy, take mommy, sell them, and the people them just did them, they grow up on a slave plantation and turn slave, you know. Wickedness, you know. And then profit from that, you know. And you want to tell me people who look away and tell me, you know, that was a long time ago, we move on. So imagine this now. And there's black people who may talk because I have some white friend too. Imagine this now. Me and you are friend, right? Me I come at your house. And then one day, me turn bad man. Beat you up, do all type of wickedness. Take away your house. Force it to sign it over to me. Alright? So me take everything you own. Your house, your car, your money, everything. And 20 years later now, my son them have house and land. And they have a thriving business. And they have money. And you pick me them not have nothing. And them decide them a friend. And you pick me them know what I did do to you. And I'm say, yo, I'm say to my son, but Leo, you know your daddy been robbed we. This is why we don't have nothing. And my son I say to them, no, man, just live good, man. Come give you a work, man. Come take a job with me. Meanwhile, my grandpitney and great-grandpitney, them, I live well. They don't have to worry about nothing. But your picnic them suffer. Yeah, they work for my picnic them, you know. But it's just a pittance them I get. You understand? Hungry money them I pay them. Life hard. Them can't afford the things that my youth them could afford. Because the property that I stole from you is now worth millions. Inflation and all these things are taken into account. And they can live well. They have businesses. How is that fair? I rob you. Initially, take what you have. And then my children them come and have it. And increase it. While yours them not have nothing. And have to come work for my pick me them. How you feel about that? Well, that is what happened to black people. Yeah. We get displaced. Take what we have. You understand? And look here, remember, no? Even if a man commit a crime, you know, and them find him guilty, say about drug traffic or whatever, fraudster, and them send him to prison, and then the Proceeds of Crime Act, the man them go make some calculations and they said, okay, this man benefit to the tune of $1 million or whatever. You have to pay back the money there, you know. If you have to pay back the money, the jail I go, you know. And wherever you get the man, them can sell that, you know. You think it's a joke? It says here, if a defendant is determined to have had a criminal lifestyle and benefited from it, or if he benefited from his particular criminal conduct, then the court must decide on the recoverable amount and make a confiscation order requiring the offender to pay it. This is the amount they have gained from their criminal activities. So much Britain, America, and all these other European countries, these colonizers, make from their criminal enterprise. It's too much to count. Hear this now, If a defendant can establish that he does not have the recoverable amount, he can be ordered to pay a lesser amount. And that he does have. That sum is the available amount. And that order is also known as a confiscation order. Look here. But them say now, it's possible they can benefit from crime, financially, but they spend all the money over a period of time. But I claim now, in that circumstance, right, that you spend all the money, let's say on drugs, and the benefit figure far exceeds the available amount. Don't think you get away, Because look here, later on in life, if you win lotto, the man can come and knock on you and say, hey, you remember you owe your money? And it's a legitimate money, So don't come and tell me now that whoever even do have a slavery, you bill on top of that, because according to the law, see? For even if it's a gift, like you win lotto, a confiscation order can be made under Section 22 of the Proceeds of Crime Act for reconsideration of the available amount. Yeah. If a confiscation order is made and the amount to be repaid is less than the recoverable amount, then the prosecutor or receiver, someone who is appointed to help enforce the confiscation order, can apply to the court under Section 22 of the Proceeds of Crime Act. Yes, it's not a joke thing, The man will make a new calculation now. The man will vary the order and you have to pay back more money. You understand? Look here. Okay? Even if you get money through legitimate means, I'm going to give you some case now. Because I not just make these things up, Now have no time limit on this, So don't come and tell me slavery happened a long time ago, Because you don't admit that something wrong they do, But them time they didn't make it right because it benefit you. You understand? And them not easy, You want to know? I'm going to tell you now, The court could order you to pay back as much as they think that is just, as long as it does not exceed the benefit amount. I don't know they like to inflate things. So you may benefit 100 grand. They're going to turn around and tell them $1 million you benefit, Yeah, you think them easy? The man take even your clothes, your designer clothes you have. Yeah. So it's like, them don't get rich. Them criminal empire. Because remember England said them had them empires, Them criminal empires, them had. Them get rich after. And now they make all these things illegal. Piracy. You understand? Robbing people, raping people, enslaving people, trafficking people, taking people's lands all over the world. It's like when Mugabe took the land from the people of Africa, the white people, the European, them look out and vex. But how did they get the land in the first place? The ancestors stole it. You understand? Don't immigrate Malema in South Africa. Yeah. Yeah. The ancestors steal the land. And then pick me them come and live on it. And control all the farming. Them control all the food them got. If you don't have the land, you don't have the power, And Mugabe take it back and them vilify Mugabe. You understand? But I was too little too late. But hear this now. Hear this joke, What does just mean? What they deem is just? Them say, them talk about what is, hey, them not easy, Just means just in all the circumstances, bearing in mind that the purpose of such orders is the advancement of the public interest in confiscating the proceeds of crime. So according to you, your definition of just, see? It is just in the public interest of black people. If we confiscate back for your ill-gotten gains, because not now go on for we, not for we don't have no hospitals, where we come from, or the healthcare poor, we don't have no road, the infrastructure that you leave, or just the roads and the coastline to benefit your trafficking of slaves to take them to plantations. And when they finish with the sugar, to take it to the port to bring it back to Europe. You understand? Sit there. You get me? Yeah. So, what did he do for us? Nothing. You just come use our people, enslave them, do no matter type of wickedness. And then you come and tell me everything is alright, let me live good. You never give back nothing. Some people ask for reparations in a opinion. Tony Blair, they refuse to apologize, then he come and make a half-hearted thing. Because I'm afraid that if you come and say, I'm apologize and take full responsibility, that you could come and claim something. But you need to give back your ill-gotten gains, you need to give it up. And that we need to push for. Because you see white people in Europe, you know. If they say a man, them own people, them suspect them commit crime, you know, them start to watch him red eye, you know. And then want the government come and take everything you have, you know. So you feel that for your government, for your country, for your queen, her ancestors, steal from my ancestors and never benefit and live well. And now we come here and have to fight up and have to struggle. You understand? Why do you get a head start? Thousands of miles ahead of us. You understand? You know, I'm not limit to this thing. This Proceeds of Crime Act. Them say the prosecutor or receiver can make any number of applications for any calculation of the available amount, and there are no time limits for the making of an application. However, they say there is a limit of 6 years, starting from the date of conviction, to seek a revaluation of the benefit amount. So that's just the benefit amount. The benefit amount, you know, I'm talking. In what circumstances can these applications be made? I remember back at one time, a man named John Darwin at Canwis. Man fake he did to receive insurance cover. Man get about £679,000. And in 2014, it was reported that he only had repaid £121. Although most property, which was in his wife's name, see, and she had paid over £500,000 under a separate confiscation order. So they must say he benefit by £679,073 and 2 pence. And his wife, and he only paid back £121. And the wife paid over 500 grand. But this man, before that, he was a teacher and a prison officer. And he had a pension. So when he took pension, them get mature, the prosecutor make an application to reconsider the available amount. 5 years after the original confiscation order, no, they made him to pay back 40 grand. Yeah, the court ordered that. This case clearly demonstrates that even legitimately obtained monies will be taken into account. So look at England and Europe, America. Even all the legitimate businesses you do now, your banking and whatever, insurance, everything you do now, your weapons making, all them things you could take into account and make a confiscation order. No? Yeah, but we're going to enforce it. We don't have nobody to enforce it. Because all the so-called leaders them we have, them are slaves. Yeah, the colonizers they just leave them to uphold them system and they become slaves, bossy slaves, house slaves. You know? Bossy slaves in a coat, jacket and tie. In a hot sun. Hear this now. A man named Gordy Pada, who they claim was a drug dealer. In 2006, the confiscation order was made in the sum of 9.5 grand. See? The benefit amount was said to be £156,226.74. That's 2006, you know. So in 2012, an application was made for reconsideration after Mr. Pada gained employment and subsequently set up a limited company. So this brethren here, after he convicted in 2006 of being a drug dealer, and they make a confiscation out of £9.5 grand. Them say he benefit to the tune of £156,000. So this man in 2012 now, the man come and set up a limited company, the man gone legit now. No? The man then bring a case against him, and they claim that the case proceeded on the basis that all the assets were legitimate and had been acquired after the conclusion of his prison sentence. The man don't go to prison, no. They don't tell if people back amount, no. The man, this brethren try to argue that the funds were derived legitimately and they should not be confiscated to satisfy the original order. Him lose. Yeah. The man make a new calculation of £103,000, 162. £163,162.41. In upholding the order on appeal, the court referred to the legislative policy in favor of maximizing the recovery of the proceeds of crime, even from legitimately acquired assets. So the man say now, even if you commit a crime years ago and they don't charge you certain money now, and you come back and set up a business legitimately after you don't go to prison, them look back and say, you know what? You have money now, we don't charge you enough, So you guess what? We'll take it back to court and recalculate that. Because you do too well now. So England, America, Germany, Portugal, Sweden. Yeah, Sweden involved in slavery thing too. They used to make the chains and thing. And them had ships. And Denmark and them. Them been in the too. What the fool you? Spain, France. We see you do well, you do better than back in the slavery days, but your foundations were built on the backs of brutalizing black people. The criminal enterprise, where you call your empires. You understand? So no, me no business where I do now, no. All the legitimate business that me set up now, no. It's ill-gotten gains. And you want to hold on to it, and I come tell you it happened a long time ago. But you not give back nothing. We not seek reparations, you know. We are seek to seize your ill-gotten gains. Because you set the precedent, you know. Yeah. You have a man named Andrew Adrian Cole who was sentenced for offenses of concealing criminal property and false accounting in 2008. In 2009, they make a confiscation order and consider this brethren benefit to the tune of £575,000. But they only had, the available amount was 55,000. See? So them decide now, alright, then we'll sell some property to realize the equity and pay the sum that is due to them. Them claim that it transpired as others actually paid the money on his behalf and he did not sell the property. See that? Virgin not sell the property. So other people, some people pay off the money for him, Must have been a smart man and have money, stashery. So them realize how he got all this money from a criminal enterprise that we not touching. Alright? 2014 now, man plead guilty to supply class A drugs. So 2009, 5 years later. In the resulting confiscation proceedings, an application was also made to recalculate the available amount from the 2009 order. So 5 years later, the man comes and say, oh, you remember from 2009? Well, we are going to recalculate that now. Because them realize him still have a house. Them want that too. A man named Ian Mundy pleaded guilty to various offenses involving the supply of drugs. Them decide this brethren benefit to a tune of £172,365. Confiscation order was made of £9,275, 2008. See, in 2017. Now, the court made an application. See, because the property that was owned by Mr. Mundy had negative value in 2008 was shown to now worth $17,000. And he had several vehicles and some positive bank balances. See, you're talking 2009, 2008. And now 9 years after, them are not watch him still, and say your property that you have back in 2008 with negative equity is now worth 17 grand. And the bank balance positive. And they have some nice cars. The increased value of the house was contested and confined to 10 grand. Referred to a modest amount. Vehicles were not worth as much as the prosecution had initially thought, so them get it wrong. And one of the respondents' savings account was for his daughter's education. You see, the application was refused. The prosecution appealed. The issue was that was what was just, and the court that of appeal agreed that it was open for a judge to decline to vary the order. See that now? I mean, even try go after the thing, you know. It's the mentality, you know. Them think that even if your house that was in negative equity, now years later, come and have something, and you make a money now, and your bank balance look nice, the man them want to come for that too. So, yo, and you know think say you should pay for your ill-gotten gains from slavery? Huh? Wow. Wow. Yo, you think the people are easy? They're not ramp, you know. They're not ramp. Man, them not joke. Man, them not ramp, Rasta. They may have a negligence test, you know, like I mentioned to you before. If somebody in a bank suspect that you are the fraud or where you commit crimes and not report you, them can be brought to court. Look here now. The proceeds of crime negligence test means that someone working in a sector, example banking or other financial services, can be convicted for neglecting to report money laundering if there are reasonable grounds for knowing or suspecting that it is going on in their place of work. If a person fails to report a fraudulent activity, they could face 5 years in prison. What? Yo, the man, them not joking, no. See how they do this thing now? So imagine now a man commit a crime, see? And the court say, you make 10 grand now for this, and why pay back 10 grand? For that 10 grand, if you don't have that, you could serve 6 months of prison. You still have to pay it back, you know. More than 10 grand, but not more than 500,000. 5 years of prison. More than £500,000, but not more than £1,000,000. 7 years. And for more than £1,000,000, you could get 14 years of prison. Yes. The NARAM, Proceeds of Crime Act. Before that, they used to have the Drug Trafficking Act 1994 and the Criminal Justice Act 1998. So under the Proceeds of Crime Act, them go come and take what you have. So what about the proceeds of crime that these colonizers have? The proceeds from their crime, slavery, human trafficking, robbing people's lands, taking away people's culture and their religion that they had. All these are crimes against humanity. You take away people's dignity, rape. Yes, all the things go on under the crown. And they benefited handsomely from it. Look at all the road networks in England and all these other European countries and America. And look at their former colonies. And look at Africa where them colonized and thief so much things from. Look what them do in the Caribbean. Look at the poor infrastructure them leave. All them leave is a whole heap of names of white people to name the places them and a lot of the roads them. You have beaches in the Caribbean. For example, in St. Vincent, you have a beach in a Becky name, what the beach name, man? St. Margaret's Beach, something like that. No. Princess Margaret Beach. Yeah, one beach in a Becky. Look at Jamaica, you have a place named St. Anne. And all these places, St. Mary. You understand? It's former colonizers. You think it's a joke? Hold on, let me tell you the beach in a Vinci, man. In a Becky. Yeah. So, what did they leave? Nothing? You understand? Yeah. Princess Margaret Beach. Becky, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Where's Princess Margaret? And somebody for the Queen, man. But that, who was this Princess Margaret, man? Hold on. Let me tell you, man. Think I'm the Queen's sister. I'll tell you. So these people, these colonizers, see? Yes, Princess Margaret. Spouse of Anthony Armstrong was the Queen's sister. She died February 9, 2002. Yeah, them say she was a good time, man, and she was very kind, if you know what I mean. Yeah, she was very kind. She's a good time, she was very kind with the thing, you know. So anyway, she's like being mustic and all these places. So what we are going to do about this? Because we can't have this. Look, what we are going to do? We need to start a movement. We need to take them to court, you know. To their own court. But the bossy slavery when them have control in these islands, these former colonies, all in Africa. I don't think they will go back, you know. No, them not depend that. Because they are quite okay. The colonizers, them leave them in charge. And they will uphold the colonizer system. This is why I don't vote, you know. And I don't get involved in the politics, you know. Because what kind of politics you promote? The politics of the colonizers. You understand? Because all these men in power in the Caribbean and Africa, look at the way they dress. They just like these people, they're oppressors. It's like them have Stockholm syndrome. Where they end up and become and love them. They love their oppressors. You understand? They dress like them. They try to talk like them. And when we attack like how we attack back home, which is because our ancestors kept some of our native ways of speech. Growing up as a youth, you know, them say you talk like how me attack ya. Them say you talk bad, them say you have bad talk. And all for ones come to England, America, and Canada and I try to talk like the white people them. And say them talk Queen's English and all kind of foolishness. Nah, man. Me proud of how we be, how we come from. See? Me keep it raw. And now somebody make a mistake and think, say, I want to me come, me originate from, me crying. Yeah. No business. Me have to write something. I can write them, I feel them the way them want me write them. Well, I'm a law graduate, so I know I'm intelligent. Writing is not a problem for me. But yeah, some people, even somebody is bossy slave, and some idiots in our society, them dons like that, and just try to embarrass themselves, trying to say them speak this so-called proper English. Yeah, me not English, man. Me African, a displaced African, living in the islands. See? So me not want to talk like them. Because them do my ancestors so much wickedness. Rob and rape my ancestors. Displace them. Take with them language and them culture. Force feed them religion upon them and enslave them. So why would I want to be like these people? And they have not righted the wrongs that they have done to us. Because whatever you do to my ancestors, you have done to me. See? So you do to my ancestors and I don't feel say because now 2020 is forgiven enough. Because you never right the wrongs. You never paid for it. You never paid the reparations. And you still have ill-gotten gains. While we the ones who face the oppression, because our ancestors face it, don't come try to tell me not been around when slavery go on. Yeah, me been a man because my ancestors been here. So me been here. And we do it too. Just like the laws of inheritance. Yes. So we inherit the wickedness due to our ancestors and we still suffer today. Some of we get out of it. Some of us are resilient and fight up and make it. Some of we smart and understand certain loopholes and whatever and slip through the crack. See? But most of we are suffer. Not go on for we. Most of we are scrape the bottom of the barrel. And we are being over-policed. racially profiled. All the time. Even in your universities, they are racist. Because I can tell people my experience about racism in a university. But me will leave that for another time. Subtle racism, yeah. People make the racist comments. But I just act like if I don't notice it and allow them. And remember it. I don't make it get to me. You understand? Because I'm a proud black man. So yes, so what I say. They might come and talk about ill got no gains, you know, man. Because what forces people to commit crime? It's because the system or the powers that be is not conducive to them. So they don't have no choice. Kind of you to come out and commit crime for make a living is because them can't find another means of existing in society legitimately. Because it make it so hard for them. They have to do something else. Just like how you not had nothing, the Europeans had nothing back in the day, and then realize that Africa had a lot of things that they could use to make money. And they go and thief it and rob it. But then forget that. They forget when they were thieves and robbers and murderers and rapists. And they go on like if them always had it. Just like you have some black people today who used to sell ganja. The first big money they make is off of ganja. And then some of them get involved in the cocaine trade. And they come and make money. And they legitimize their business. And they start away suit and tie and turn big legitimate businessman. And they go on like if they never commit a crime yet. And now them are power with politician. Some of them turn politician too. So yes, this is something to think about, but we are going to touch this topic again another time and elaborate it a little more, you know. The ill-gotten gains of Britain and their European friends, their cronies who they went around the world robbing and pillaging with, and the Americans them. It must be confiscated. Yes. Because according to Yola, which set precedent, because remember, a lot of these so-called Commonwealth countries in the Caribbean and Africa, former colonies of Britain, still follow British law, English law. You understand? So you set the precedent because you have it where even if a man commits some crimes years ago, and then become a legitimate businessman now, and he didn't satisfy what he should pay, he can still come at his legitimate assets. But in the case of Britain, you never pay back nothing of the proceeds of your criminal acts. See? Your criminal enterprise that went on for over 400 years, you never pay back anything. So guess what? You for either pay back something willingly, or what they're gonna come, it could be 50 years, could be 100 years from now, you're gonna lose it. Because we're gonna find out if we take it. Yes. We have to find out if we get it. Take your ill-gotten gains from you. See? So England, the rest of Europe, who never even do slavery and all kind of wickedness against you for 500 years. Raping, pillaging, robbing, human trafficking, forced labor, land grabbing, stealing people's land. Fix up and pay up. Because if they're gonna come, we are gonna take it. You ill-gotten gains, that you thief. Yes, you're a bunch of thieves and criminals. And now you feel like you make it, or you have made it, you come and create these laws to stop people from doing the same criminal enterprise that you are running. See? Yeah, right, yes, we may leave it. Manners and respect. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend and tell a friend. Ill-gotten gains of these colonizers must be taken. Because them don't happen in reparations. Manners.